Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy not Beatbox Mask. It is your boy King Scorpio, and we are doing another video of Sakura Succubus. So basically I am recording this in the future, well in the past technically, but for y'all it will be in the future. I'm recording it just in case y'all do hit that 10 like goal. Then yeah, this is a thank you for listening, and doing me a solid and getting my channel up. Let's move on over to where we last left off. What? I'm rose from my slumber the following morning by the shrill beeping of my alarm clock. Its tiny cry burrows into every single crevice of my skull. My temple throbs and I groan. My head's killing me. Sadly for me, my alarm clock doesn't seem to understand how under the weather I am. It's nothing but a machine, but it's utterly immune to my plight. Boop, boop, boop. The hateful device continues to mock me. I swear, it's getting louder with every beep. Alright, enough. Oh, we living in a cozy little place. We got like the little box TV. We got the Japanese like fold up bed. I sit up on my futon, the covers bunching about my bare legs, and reaching out for the clock. I seize it, then turn it off with a satisfying click. Let me just turn the music down because I was looking at the other video yesterday, and like y'all can barely hear shit over the music. Like, this will probably fit. Let's see something satisfying click. Now that my alarm clock's been silent, I can finally hear myself think. Thank God for that. How much did I have to drink last night anyways? I press my hand against my temple. It does little to ease the throbbing pain beneath my fingertips. Speaking of last night, what happened? I can't remember. It's all a blur. I think I want to see the famous idol IU in concert. I didn't see IU because I wanted to. Her music's not really my thing. I did it because I had to. It was my job. I brought along my expensive camera equipment, hoping to take a few high-quality pics of IU's performance, but oh god. I glanced about my bedroom. The clothes are strewn across the floor, and my shoulder bag alongside them. I can't remember the precise details of last night, but I do remember tripping and falling on my ass. I hurt my head and my back made an alarming crunch as it fell on the sidewalk. My camera, did I really break it? I lurched across my room, dragging my futon with me, and clawed my way to my bag. I opened it, praying for the best while expecting the worst. I'd very much like my hazy recollection of last night to be nothing more than a nightmare, but damn it! The camera's scuffed and marked, and the lens is cracked all the way down the middle. It's completely inoperable. Alright Hiroki, calm down. Maybe the lens is broken, but the camera itself might work. You just need to stay cool. I extricate the heavy camera from my bag with trembling, sausage-like fingers and reach for the on/off switch. I press it, heart hammering, waiting a miracle, but no dice, huh? The camera refuses to turn on. It's given up the ghost completely. Well, that's just peachy. Disgusted, I throw the broken camera back into the bag. It's not like I can damage it any more than I already have. I fall back against the tatami floor with a thud. And to think, I wanted to be a photojournalist. Now I'm nothing more than a liability. This morning isn't the most auspicious. I wish I could turn back time to the good old days. Slip beneath my futon and fall asleep once more. Then I wouldn't have to contend with the looming fear or lose my job of this awful headache. At least today is a Sunday. I don't need to go to work until tomorrow. That should give me a bit of time to prepare for the inevitability of losing my job. That is strange though. If today's a Sunday, why was my alarm clock on? I usually turn my alarm clock off during the weekends when I don't have a job to attend to, that is. I have to wake up pretty early to commute to work during the weekdays, so on the weekends I like to veg out at my futon until midday. Did I turn my alarm clock on before I went to bed? But why? Did past me want to torture present me or something? Do I have a secret sadistic streak or something? Well, given the I'm the one who set the alarm clock, perhaps it'd be more correct to say masochist. Then again, was I really the one who set that alarm? How did I even get home anyway? I don't remember. After that failed gig, I went out drinking and then I stained my brain, struggling to remember. And that's when it hit me, in a sudden burst of intense realization. Oh yeah, mommy Marina, Wakatsuki Marina. She invited me back to her office. How could I forget that? I enjoyed myself with the famous businesswoman Wakatsuki Marina. In an attempt I could forget my sorrows, then I passed out. How, then, did I end up back at my apartment? I don't get it. Did last night really happen, or... I look around my room, searching for some kind of clue. Fortunately, it doesn't take me long to spot it. What is it, anyways? There, lying next to my alarm clock, is an envelope. Is that from Marina? I open the envelope, then slide out a pure white sheet of paper that reads thus. Dear Hiroki, thank you for drinking with me last night. I had a very good time. I hope our dalliances proved to be enjoyable for you too. After you passed out in my office, I asked my chauffeur to drive you back home. I found your address in your business card, which was in your wallet. I hope you can forgive me for looking through something so personal. I asked the chauffeur to set your alarm nice and early so you don't oversleep. You drank a good deal last night. I'm afraid you'll doze the day away if given the opportunity. Remember, the early bird catches the worm. You might disagree with me, but I think it's important to wake up in a timely manner. Don't go back to bed, you hear me? I've taken quite an interest in you. I'm gonna whip you into shape if that's the last thing I do. Maybe you could look at it as a pet project of mine. Yours, Marina. P.S. If you're worried about going into work tomorrow, don't be. I have connections, and I'll do all I can to smooth things over. I won't let your boss fire you. You're much too precious. Huh. Well, what do you know? I guess I really did meet Wakatsuki Marina last night. It wasn't a weird fever dream after all. Not sure what Marina means by her P.S. though. Is she going to talk to my boss on my behalf? That'd be nice of her, but I'm not sure if even Wakatsuki Marina would be able to talk my boss over. He's a stubborn old goat. I should prepare for the worst, just to be sure. God, my head's throbbing so much it's hard to think. Sorry, Marina, but I think I'm gonna go back to bed after all. I shovel back to my futon and drop inelegantly against the soft covers. I bet you they're like really soft. This is too much for me to deal with right now. I'm afraid if I don't get any rest, my brain will explode. My life's starting to feel like something from a TV drama. I just hope whoever's in charge of writing the screenplay of my life will see fit to tone things down a notch come tomorrow. Oh, sorry, the next day? The next day. Oh, damn, it is. Safe! I jump into the train seconds before the automated doors close. In my haste, I push a couple of businessmen wielding briefcases to the side, and they tut at me They tut at me disapprovingly. Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize to these men. Ooh, this music go hard though. I apologize to these men, head bowed as any good youngster should. It's important to remember one's manners. After all, even on a day like this, it's a Monday morning and the weather is swelteringly hot. I awoke a little after 6:30, had a shower, ate a hurried breakfast, pulled on my clothes, and head to the train station. I got on my train around 7:30 as per usual, and now I'm ready for my daily hour commute to work. If my calculations are right, I should get to work around 8:30. Though my workday doesn't technically start until 9, my boss is a hard ass, and he likes everybody to be present and accounted for far earlier. It'd be nice if I got paid a little extra for coming in half an hour early and stayed behind hours later, but that's not how the world works. My boss isn't just a hard ass, he's also incredibly stingy. If I could find a better job a little closer to home, I'd appreciate it and I accept it in a heartbeat. But it's precisely because I can't find a better job than this that I've been stuck at this place for the last 3 years. It's enough to make a man cry, really. Well, when my boss learns full the extent of my failures over the last weekend, I might not have to worry about those commutes much longer. Marina said she'd put in a good word to my boss, but I don't know how much weight her reassurance will hold. She might be famous, but my boss isn't the sort of person to be swayed by celebrities. The train sways back and forth, rattling down the track. This particular compartment is full to bursting, and I'm being jostled from side to side from all sides by grumpy men and women. The train takes a curve, and I slip backwards. I accidentally stand on a businesswoman's foot, and she glowers at me. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I seem to be upsetting everybody today. Talk about losing friends and alienating people. I try to shuffle away from the woman, but there's nowhere else I can really go. There's barely an inch of free space in the miserable compartment, and my sides being poked and jostled with intrusive elbows. It's a hot summer's day, and the inside of this overcrowded train feels like a sauna. I already showered once this morning, but I'm sweating already. Hope I don't smell bad. Time ticks by far too slow. The train pulls in at a stop, and mercifully, a few people get off, including the woman whose foot I stepped on. Finally, I can breathe, but not for long. A new influx of people got on the train, more than making up for those who stepped off. Now the compartment is even more crowded than ever. I need to censor this. I need to censor this. Holy fuck. I'm hemmed in by the doors, a businessman behind me and a young girl to the front. I can't see the girl's face, but if I had to wager a guess at her age, I'd probably put her in her early 20s. She isn't wearing a school uniform, which rules out the possibility that she's a high school student. Maybe she attends a local university? Her hair is dyed a crazy shade of blue, and she's wearing a pink jacket coupled with a pair of very short shorts. Like, really short. She's pressed against me so intimately I can smell her. She, unlike the other grumpy commuters in this train, smells fresh and sweet, a little like cinnamon. Her hair in particular is delectable. My character is very weird. Now I'm aware of how good this mystery girl smells. I'm more anxious than ever about what I might smell of. Silly though it is, I'd like to make a good impression on her. I can't see her face, but I'm sure she's cute. Only a cute girl will wear shorts as daringly tiny as hers. I imagine the girl in my head, as I often do during my commutes to work. I mean, it's not like there's anything else I can do. I fashioned her with a pair of large eyes, fringed with long lashes and a button nose. Yep, she'll have pursed lips, pink like cherry blossoms, and two sweetly blushing cheeks, and a nice body. I don't even need to wonder what her body's like, because I can feel it pressed against me. It's impossible that this could be an honest mistake on the girl's part, but now she's moaning. I want to escape, but before things escalate any further. But that's impossible. The train's too busy. This girl has me trapped, and she must know it. How am I gonna wiggle out of this one? Hey, I draw close to the girl, a risky move I know, and bring my lips to her ears. You might not be aware of this, but I swallow. They're kind of pressing against me. I hope this isn't some sort of misunderstanding. With a bit of luck, the girl will squeak in alarm and back away, her face burning. I'd like to resolve this problem peacefully without disturbing the people around us, but I know. The girl replies swiftly, with nary a trace of embarrassment in her tone. What do you mean you know? I know what I'm doing. You do? Then why don't you stop? I don't want to. This is too much fun. This might be fun for you, making me squirm, but this is a real problem for me. It's a problem? You don't like it? Okay, but let's just say this. I need to censor this though, cause oh my sweet Lord, baby Jesus. I'm gonna save here. Cause sweet Lord, baby Jesus. Oh, it's already 11:20, man. I'm afraid I like it a bit too much. You're a total stranger. I don't know. If it's going by what I would possibly say, it would be like, you're a total stranger, I don't know you. But we're going harem protagonist mode. So... no, that's not like it. I like it more than I should. If this keeps going, we'll both be in trouble. Really? Yes, really. This is dangerous, so... I don't get it. If you like it, why should we keep... We should keep going. I want to make you happy. I'm not getting through to her at all. In fact, I think I might have made things worse. Marina wasn't joking. You smell incredibly good. I just want to be close to you. Here, I'll keep. How do you know my name, ma'am? Ma'am! I make my way to work, the soles of my shoes slapping against the sidewalk. After that little incident on the train, I felt obligated to get off a few stops earlier than usual. I couldn't bring myself to stay in the train, surrounded by all those good men and women. After everything I'd done, I would have been way too embarrassing. I gasped for air as I wind my way through Tokyo's busy streets. Men and women in business attire thrown about me in veritable armies of high school students on their crisp white uniforms chat and giggle excitedly. They all look so young and carefree. The girls with their plaited hair and blue plaid skirts, the boy with their sports bags slung over their shoulders and their scuffed black shoes. What I wouldn't get to be a teen again. They don't know how easy they have it. My encounter with that mysterious girl on the train might have taken my mind off things for a few minutes. Did our liaison truly finish so fast? But now doubts are starting to catch up with me. It doesn't matter how quickly I walk, I can't outstrip my fears. What am I going to do when I see my boss? What is he going to say? My head might as well be on the chopping block. This day is shaping up to be a crazy one, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I've only been awake a handful of hours. Maybe when I get to work, I'll find my boss has transformed into a cute girl. That's quite a disturbing thought, actually. You know what? Let's not pursue this train of thought any longer. Really, though, if I get to work and find my gallerous, ill-tempered boss has transformed into a cute girl overnight, I wouldn't even be surprised. At this point, I'd be just one more drop in an ever-expanding ocean. I wonder if they have art of the boss. But to my relief, though not necessarily surprised, Ogasawara, what do you have to say for yourself, my boss has not turned into a cute girl after all. He looks just as ill-tempered as always, if not more. I've only just arrived in the office, yet I've yet to sit down my bag and sit at my desk, but he's already giving me an earful. He careened onto the office the moment he heard me open the door. He must have been waiting for me to make my grand entrance, like a fan equally waiting the beginning of an IU concert. But unlike IU's loyal contingents of fans, my boss isn't holding a glow stick or wearing a shirt with my face on it. If he was, I'd be pretty freaked out, not gonna lie. Instead, he's holding a cup of coffee in one hand, a scowl upon his face. Judging by his expression and the way he's shaking, he'll spill that coffee if he's not careful. He's preparing himself for the mother of all rants. I'm so busted. Well, don't just stand there going, oh, you gormless cretin. You know what you've done. Where's my apology? Oh, I'm sorry, boss. Sorry won't cut it, and you know that. Then why did you ask me to apologize in the first place? That's what I like to say. But I know, given the circumstances, it'd be better not to infuriate him further. My boss has never hit anybody before, though secretly I think he quite likes to, but the steaming cup of coffee in his hand is quite concerning. It'd be very, very easy for him to accidentally slip in his rage and pour it all down my front. I asked you to get some photos of IU for my upcoming news piece, and you've buggered it all up. Where are my photos, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. There were a few technical issues. The trains were delayed, and that's no excuse. As a photographer, no. As an employee, it's your duty to see to it that you accomplish all of your jobs, regardless of the external circumstances. So the trains were delayed. So what? You should have used your head. Why don't you hire a taxi? It was too late for that. The train broke down. I got on it in time, but nothing. The boss slams his cup of coffee down on my desk. A few brown droplets of scalding drink fly off the rim of the cup and splatter in a stack of documents. I guess I'm gonna have to clean that up later. That is, if this desk is still mine by the end of the morning. The more my boss rants or raves, the more unlikely that's beginning to look. A few of my work colleagues have been alerted by the noise because they're peeking at us curiously. One of my workmates give me a sympathetic smile, while another looks wholly amused by my plight. You evil bitch! I guess it's already for them. Lucky saying so's. Lucky saying so's. I've had it up to here with you, Ogasawara. I have no need for an employee who can't do his job. You're a failure, and to cap it all off, you broke an expensive piece of company equipment. I stare at my boss. He could have deduced my failure to take any pic of fire, given my failure to upload them to the cloud over the weekend, and how does he know about the camera? I haven't told him about that yet. I was saving that bit of news till last. I thought it'd be a nice way to cap off his awful morning. The cherry on top of the shit Sunday, if you please. Somebody must have told him about that camera already. But who? Was it Marina? Does she really call my boss up and beg for his pardon? If so, I commend her efforts, but my boss doesn't look at all moved by her pleas. His face is getting redder by the second. I'm afraid he's going to explode like an overinflated weather balloon. When I heard that, I was just about to hit the roof. How could you be so careless? That camera's worth more than your life. Our deadlines have all been pushed back because of your carelessness. How do you feel about that, huh? I look at my feet, my voice dropping to a whisper. I'm very sorry, sir. What did you say? My boss leans in, cupping his ear with his hand. Speak up, boy, I can't hear you. I said, even more of my colleagues are watching me now. They're not even trying to hide their amusement. I bet they're all laughing at my expense. People can be so cruel. I'm sorry, sir. Really, I am. And my behavior was inexcusable. Indeed it was. Not only did you make a harsh hash of my simple job, but you also destroyed a piece of company equipment. I should have fired you for that. I should have you fired for that at my very least. But I'm a lenient man. Yes, boss, you're right. I'll have my desks cleared out right away and... Wait, what? You heard what I said? My boss folds his arms, his expression sullen. You've worked at this company for 3 years. During this time, you've been a model employee. It's rare that I've had cause to get on your case, unlike various other people in this room. My boss shoots a pointed glance at a few of my other coworkers, who are still listening in to my supposed dressing down. Now that they've realized most of the drama has passed, it seems to have lost interest. A couple of them blush, suitably chastised as they return to their work, while a few others pout and click their tongues. Do they want me to be out of the job? This office is full of vultures. In general, I have no real complaints with you. Last Saturday was an unfortunate blip, shall we say, on your otherwise spotless performance. If you were a newbie, I'd be inclined to fire you over this. But I don't want to cast out one of my valued employees out into the cold over a couple of mishaps. Then, does that mean... Yes, indeed, I'm giving you another chance, Ogasawara, but you're on thin ice. Don't betray my trust again, or you'll be sorry. I don't like being made a fool of. I'm gonna work you to the bone. Be prepared to put in the hours to make up for your atrocious blunder. Do you hear me? Oh, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I bowed deeply to my boss, cringing at my own very superciliousness all the while. Only a few seconds ago, I was insulting this guy in my head and calling him an asshole. I'm so two-faced. Maybe my boss isn't quite as horrid as I thought. But he's still a businessman at the end of the day, and I doubt he'd make this call if he didn't have ulterior motives. Now I'm curious. What's going to happen about the camera? Will the cost of replacing it be taken from my wages? About the camera. It's a funny story that the boss massages his quivering chin and thought. That'll be standard company policy, yes, but you can rejoice. Ogasawara, you must have a guardian angel. An angel, sir? Indeed, she called the office this morning when I got in for work. She explained the whole story affair to me. At first, I was incredulous. I thought it was some kind of prank, but she was very persuasive. Still, my boss shakes his head, bemused. I can't believe that you know Wakatsuki Marina. For such a plain, unamusing man, you've got a surprising amount of connections. So Marina really did call my boss. That wasn't just talk. I didn't know Marina all that well, but she already done a lot for me. I have to wonder what she sees in me, and how am I going to repay her? How'd you get into her good graces? That you have your childhood friends? Oh no, I've only met her a day. Really? My boss snorts. Well, you must have made quite the impression. She offered to pay for the equipment you damaged in full. She wired the money over to the company bank account shortly after our phone call. She also told me that she's familiar with Ayu. She offered to set up a private meeting between you and her, so you can take photographs of her uninterrupted. What do you think about that? Once more, words fail me. I stared at my boss in silent, slack-jawed surprise, unable to articulate more than a handful of broken syllables. I clear my throat, then try again. Is the date of this meeting fixed? Yes, indeed. Miss Wakatsuki put me through to Miss Aiku's agency, and they were only too happy to oblige. You'll be seeing Miss Aiku this weekend, alone, in our private beach in she hates me. On her private beach, she has a private beach. Wait, I didn't realize that she has a private beach in Okinawa. We'll fly you out there, of course. Miss Wakatsuki very kindly offered to foot the bill. I'll mail the full details over to you later. That's about the gist of things. You've been given an amazing opportunity, so don't screw this up. You have a chance to take as many photos of Miss Aiku as you want, and while you're at it, you might as well interview her. This could be your big break. Give it your all. You won't accept anything less than 110%. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I bow and scrape to my boss's new, amazed by the wealth of possibilities that landed in my lap. I'm going to see Ayu again this weekend on a private beach in Okinawa, no less. As a mere member of the whole Poloi, I've never been to a private beach before. I'm starting to feel like a celeb myself. Marina really has come through for me. Not only did she pay for the camera I smashed, but she managed to fix up a meeting between Ayu and I. My boss was right for once. Marina really is like a guardian angel. She's a dark-skinned, fair-haired angel, and I owe her. If not my life, then my job. My immediate future has been secured, but I can't afford to get complacent. There's still my meeting with Ayu to contend with. If I'm going to impress both Marina and my boss, I need to do my best. Now I've been saddled with all this responsibility, I don't want to let anybody down. The rest of the day goes by in a blur. I'm still reeling after my conversation with my boss, and nothing feels quite real. Thanks to my failure on Saturday, we have to scramble to put together a new article and lay of the one about Ayu that'll be suspended until next week. I ended up working overtime, and it's dark when I finally leave the office. Jeez, my boss is such a slave driver. You'd think he'd be a bit more considerate given my connection with the Nove Riche. I don't know how to really speak French. I barely had a chance to sit down all day. Want to meet the cat girl again? Yawning, I check my phone. It's a little after 2100. It's like 9. It's 9. Ugh, I should have been at home hours ago. Oh well, might be tired now, but my job's secure and I have my weekend retreat in Okinawa to look forward to. With a bit of luck, things will work out alright, and I'll get a bevy of photos that'll please my boss. That should put me in his good books. Maybe he'll even let me go home on time for a change. That'd be a treat. For the present, however, I'm absolutely gagging for a drink. That might help soothe my nerves. Will we meet Marina again? With this thought in mind, I boarded the train for a few stops. Then I head to the same bar where I first met Marina. While it's true I want something to drink, part of me is hoping I'll run into my benefactress once more. And fortunately for me, luck is on my side. Oh, she's there again! With the thickest thighs in the world, god damn! Marina is sitting at the bar, one tone leg crossed over the other, just like it was during our first encounter. Her fair hair falls over her shoulder and she nurses a glass in one hand. When she sees me, she smiles and she waves me over. Why, hello there, handsome. Fancy seeing you here. It's a small world. It's just a coincidence. I felt like dropping by on the way home from work. Really? Marina inclines her head, a knowing smile playing about her lips, I meant to say. That's funny. I was under the impression that your workplace was a good half-hour away, on the other side of the Sumida River. Surely there are bars closer by you could frequent, if alcohol's all you want. I had business to attend to on this side of the city, that's all. Don't read too much into it. If you say so, dear. Marina laughs carelessly. I can tell by her tone that she doesn't believe a word I'm saying. Now that's very surprising. I don't believe a word I'm saying either. I'm such a terrible liar. Why can't I tell Marina I was looking for her? I appreciate everything she did for me. I want to thank her. Truly, I do. She really did save my neck. But admitting that aloud, particularly in a crowded bar like this, would be embarrassing. God, I'm so stubborn. I went out of my way to find her, but now I'm climbing up. I'm acting just like a little kid. Maybe Marina can read my thought. It hasn't been the first time I've pondered this, because she rests a hand against my own and says softly, "It's alright, Hiroki. You don't need to tell me why you came here. I can tell." Am I that easy to read? Yes, indeed. Most men are. Don't take it too personally. Marina titters. You don't need to thank me for helping you. Which is just as well, given the words thank you have yet to come to cross my lips. Maybe I need to lube my throat up with alcohol first. I helped you because I wanted to. You're a very interesting man, and I am awfully fond of you. Talking your boss around was easy enough. He's full of bluster, but it's all an act. He's obstreperousness melted away with a few choice words from yours truly. You did more than whisper sweet nothings in his ear. You told him you gifted a sizable chunk of money to our company, and you set up a private meeting between myself and Ayu. Well, what can I say? Marina shrugs. I have wealth and connections. It should be a shame not to use them. Man, rich people are something else entirely. With enough cash, you can open up almost any door. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest. But more than that, I'm incredibly thankful. I can understand using your wealth and connections for your own sake, but why bother wasting them on a loser like me? I'm a nobody. No, I'll have less of that self-defeating nonsense. Mina squeezes my hand with her own. You might consider yourself a nobody, but I find you quite intriguing. I'd like to dote upon you, if I can, so don't worry your pretty little head. You say that, but I still have no idea why you want to dote on me. I've done nothing to deserve it, and we're virtually strangers. Why you say? It's simple, because you're cute. Huh? For a genius businesswoman, her reasoning is surprisingly simple. If she's going to elaborate on a supposed cuteness, I'm very curious to see how a member of the opposite sex regards me. It might be a good learning experience. Your reactions are utterly charming, and you're so sincere. I couldn't help but be enticed by you the moment our eyes met. You're like a special pastry in a high-end bakery. Being with you like this is making me salivate. If I can use my influence to help you, I won't hesitate. It's a small price to pay to see you smile, dear. Now, won't you stop grousing and let me pamper you? Yes, Mommy. Oh, oh my God! I was not expecting that. I answer flatly without humor, which makes Marina laugh. I suppose I am mothering you, in a sense, though I don't know if I like being called that. If you want to show me a suitable measure of respect, you can call me Madame. Oh no, that sounds too formal. What about Mistress? Mistress? Yes, indeed. I quite like taking charge. Okay, she's dominating. She's dominating. Damn. If you want to show how grateful you are for my work, I'd prefer it if you did physically. Trust you have no objections. I stared into Marina's eyes. They were green just like the jade earrings suspended from her neatly formed earlobes, and the turquoise vest which stretches across her chest. Marina is so attractive I feel lightheaded. I have no idea how I got so lucky, but I'd be fooled if I refuted her advances. I'm already starting to get excited. Alright then, we can get back to your office if that's what you want. I guess I wouldn't mind either. I know I can be awkward. I'm not used to people doing favors for me. My parents were pretty strict, so I got used to working things out on my own. I'm still not used to relying on others. so I find it hard to accept people's help. I'm bad at thanking people too. It's hard to find the right words. But I really do appreciate everything you've done, Marina. I think you're wonderful. Well, isn't that sweet? Marina laughs, her voice sultry, and pushes her bust against my arm. Thank you for trusting me with a bit of your backstory, Hiroki. I promise I'll take good care of you. You're special, like nobody else, and I want to make you feel good. Straight to Pound Town again. He's like John, like the voice actor for. Who plays John Wick? I don't know who plays John Wick. I don't remember. But yeah, like I was watching it, like he like doing things, and then repeat, and then proceeds to say, "Have more sex," then have more sex, like this is John Wick. This is Jada John Wick. No, that was quite the workout. I feel invigorated. Do you think my skin looks a little prettier? My cheeks are positively glowing. Love really is a miracle drug. I feel much stronger now. Rita might be in good mood, but I feel downright exhausted. I'm slumped on the floor of her office, boneless, as I was on Saturday night, more like Sunday morning, wearing nothing but my underwear. My head rests on Marina's lap, my eyes focus vaguely upon her pretty face. She had the propriety to put her business clothes back on after I tried. I can't see much of her skin, but that hardly matters. I've already seen most of all of her there is to see. Are you alright, dear? Marina runs her fingers through my hair, a content smile playing about her lips. You're breathing quite heavily. I'll live, at least. I should hope so. I'm rather fond of you. I would be devastated if you died so quickly. I haven't had my fill of fun just yet. Then again, I suppose I should prepare for the worst. You humans are awfully fragile. What do you mean by that? I'm surprised you've been able to keep pace with me for 2 whole nights. Few can say that. The fullness of Marina's sighs, coupled with her sing-song voice, is lulling me to sleep. Something about her words strike me as rather strange. I blink at her curiously, my brow furrowed. What do you mean, you humans? Oh my! Marina blinks innocently. Did I really say that? Yes, you did. It was as clear as day. You said you humans are awfully fragile. Now that I think about it, hasn't Marina said other things to that effect? Back then, I shrugged off her words as the musing of an eccentric millionaire, but now I'm starting to get suspicious. In fact, everything that's happened these last few days have been downright fishy. Bumping into Iowa, surprisingly enough. What about Marina? What about the girl on the train? And speaking of the girl on the train, flashback. Yep. Censor that.
Marina wasn't joking. You smell incredibly good.
My memory's a little hazy, but I'm sure she said that. She mentions Marina's name. Who was she? Why did she know Marina? Something's definitely going on. I've become the amusing epicenter of a whole bunch of strange encounters. Now I want to get to the bottom of this. If anybody knows what's up here, it'll be Marina. I just want to know. What's happening to you?
Oh dear.
Marina tuts.
You must have had too much to drink. Nothing's happening to you, other than a healthy amount of excitement.
I've been having fun, it's true, but things just aren't adding up. I'm a normal guy, but my life's been distinctly abnormal ever since IU's concert. I maneuver myself off Marina's lap with a small amount of effort, and then shoot her a quizzical look. You're not the only attractive woman who's showed an interest in me. IU seemed happy enough to cling to me before she got mad and called me a pervert. Then on the train to work this morning, this world girl started flirting with me. If you can call what she did flirting.
Strange girl. Did she have short blue hair?
Yes, that's right.
And was she wearing a very, very tight pair of shorts?
Yes, they were so shamelessly short.
By the sound of it, it seems you have had the pleasure of listening to Cosmos.
Cosmos? Is that the name of that girl on the train?
I believe so, yes. Performing indecent actions on a busy train does seem like the sort of thoughtless thing she'd do. She has no common sense.
None of this makes sense. Before last Saturday, I seemed to repel women. My life's done a total 180, and I have no idea what's going on. It's all too much to be coincidence.
You're working yourself up into a lather, dear. Don't let it get to you too much.
I'm trying to not to, but it's a lot to take in. You don't know what's happening to you, Marina.
I might have an idea, yes.
Marina toys with a lock of her silvery hair, a small smile playing about her lips.
At first, I intended to keep quiet about all this, but I'm awfully fond of you, and I hate to see you squirm too. You've been a very, very good boy, so I can let you on a little secret. Make sure you keep it to yourself, though. It's highly classified information that could shape the core of society, as you humans know.
Marina leans in, her lips inches away from my ear as she whispers.
The truth is, I'm a succubus.
A succubus? I stare at Marina, utterly dumbstruck. Of all the things she could have said, I didn't think for a second she'd say something like that. This isn't a joke, is it? You're not really a succubus, are you?
Oh my, are you saying you don't believe me? This makes me so sad, Hiroki.
Marina sniffs as though heartbroken and turns her head away.
I believe I've made a fond feelings for you more than apparent over the last few days. I would never, ever lie to you, particularly not over my own nature. This is a closely guarded secret, you know. I don't tell humans my true identity willy-nilly. You're the first to hear the truth. You could act a bit more grateful.
Yes, mistress. I'm sorry, mistress. I bow my head, abashed. I don't want to upset Marina, but I can't shake the niggling doubt that this is nothing more than a prank. I mean, a succubus? Really? Well, buddy, read the title of the game that you're in. I'm sorry, but when you say you're a succubus, does that mean you're a monster that takes advantage of men?
I am not a monster. I'm no monster.
Marina pouts cutely, her arms folded across her chest.
Do I look monstrous to you? Would a wicked beast have a body as gorgeous as mine?
No, I guess not. You don't look much like a monster, but you don't really look like a succubus either. Not that I know what a succubus is supposed to look like. They're not exactly commonplace like cats and dogs. I'm still not sure what to think about this. It's quite overwhelming, to be honest.
I suppose that's fair enough. Humans aren't supposed to know about our kind. After all, this comes as quite the shock to you. I should have known you wouldn't believe me that easily. You're not an incredulous child. Humans in the 21st century live in an area of logic and reason. That being the case, it's my job to show proof of my claims. Then you won't be able to deny that what I really am. I would never normally show my real form to anybody, but you're special. I like you a lot, Hiroki. That's why I'm going to give you a little treat.
Marina clicks her fingers and her visage suddenly shifts. Oh, that's censoring! I need to censor that! I need to censor that! Holy fuck! I need to censor that most definitely! Horns sprout from Marina's scalp and bat-like wings unfurl from her back. Her clothes, too, have undergone quite the transformation. Before, Marina was clad in her business attire, but now she's wearing something even more risque. Red robes wind about her body, and black leather is vacuum sealed about her arms and legs. She looks incredibly, unbelievably hot, and that's heightened further by the tail which protrudes between her chest.
You see,
Marina shoots me a sultry look, her eyes half-lidded.
I'm not a normal human. I really am a succubus, and it's not just me. I and Cosmos are succubi too, and so are numerous other attractive, successful women all across the world.
What? I'm trying to say something semi-sensible, but words fail of me. This twist has completely blindsided me, robbing me of my speech faculties. My brain's starting to overheat, which, much like the overused photocopier at work. This is really incredible. You see that the world is full of succubi, just like you?
Yes, indeed. We've been living amongst humans since the dawn of time. Many of society's most famous revered women have been succubi, like Cleopatra, for instance,
I just wonder how few people know about it, really. Marina's fingers sink into a full mound of her chest. She manipulates her breasts about her tail, grinning all the while. I need to most definitely censor this! I can't deny that Marina's a succubus any longer. Not only can I see her wings, her horns, and her tail, that'd be akin to burying my head in the sand. I can't argue against my own eyes, but I do have a few questions I'd like to ask. It might sound gosh, but I'm burning with curiosity here. If us succubi were meant to be intimate with humans to stay alive, is that true? We succubi don't need to do such things to sustain ourselves, but we do need to be revered. That's why so many of us are in positions of power, be it in business, politics, or the entertainment industry. We need to be loved and adored. If we're not, we'll lose all our magical powers. We'll lose our good looks, we'll start to age like humans do, and then we'll wither away. We succubi work long and hard to keep your humans in our thrall. That's why I've sacrificed so much for my business. It's why IU pushes herself to be Japan's #1. That's why Kasas, well, I can't pretend I understand her particular line of work. Oh my god, the thighs. Them thighs. In an event, we succubi are much more than we succubi are much more than lazy mooches. We're hard-working, active members of society. We do our best to demand respect, and the more our fame grows, the stronger our powers get. That being said, we do have a lot of stamina. We're well versed in giving humans pleasure, and there are some humans who attract our attention more than others. Some humans have uniquely sweet scents, like ripe and juicy fruits. These humans call to us. When we succubi find humans who resonate with us, we do all we can to make them ours. You are one such human, Hiroki. You call yourself average and ordinary, but your smell is incredibly addictive. In all my years of living on Earth, I never met a human more delicious than you. I knew the moment I met you that I want to make you mine. And I wasn't the only one. After talking with Ayu, it seems your scent had quite the influence upon her, too. Just one whiff of you made her lose her self-control. She was this close, Rain adjusted with her fingers, to making you her own. Oh, right. This remarks might seem a little inadequate in the face of the information overload, but what else am I supposed to say? I have no idea how I'm meant to react. In less than 5 minutes, I learned that succubi exist, and I possess some sort of smell that marks me out as being particularly tasty. That explains why all these attractive women are falling over themselves to be with me, but it all seems a bit too inconvenient. If I'm really that attractive, then why don't any succubi try to proposition me before? Maybe they did, and you didn't realize that they were. You have been in relationships before, haven't you? I guess so, yeah. I'm no alpha male. He did not just... I'm no alpha male, but I've had relationships in the past. I'm not crass enough to keep count, but I've slept with at least a half a dozen girls. So like 6 maybe. My longest relationship was in university. That lasted for a couple months. My girlfriend was all over me, to such an extent it was kind of scary. She used to break into my room at night to watch me sleep, and sometimes she'd try to grab me in the middle of lectures. In the end, I broke it off with her. Her enthusiasm was flattering at first. After a while, it got a bit too much. Was she a succubus too? I wouldn't be surprised if you've attracted several succubi in your time. In fact, I'd be more surprised if you hadn't. You're incredibly cute, Hiroki. I've only known you a few days, but I'm incredibly fond of you. I want to make you mine. But therein lies a problem. My sisters must have heard me talking about you without you. They're awful gossip, really. She has sisters. Cool. Hold on a second. I'm very thirsty.
Whenever I find a handsome boy to play with, they try to steal him away from me. It's like a sort of game. It seems like Cosmos has already found you, and I doubt she'll be the last. My sisters will start climbing after you, desperate to claim your heart. I hope that you have enough stamina to handle all of us. As Succubus, I don't mind sharing my conquests, but fielding off the advances of numerous Succubi might just be enough to break you. You have an unusual amount of stamina, but you're still human. At the end of the day, you're far more fragile than you like. If my sisters get too rowdy, I'll try to discipline them. I don't want them to break you completely, but you need to toughen up too. Please don't let me down, my dear Hiroki. I've expended a lot of time and money on you already, so it would be a shame for you to fall apart too quickly.
What? I'm woken the next day by the shrill beeping of my alarm clock. Its tiny ring pierces my skull like a skewer, and I wince. God, wouldn't you kill me to be quiet for like 5 seconds? My alarm clock, of course, doesn't listen to me, and it's an inorganic object that can't think or feel. Sometimes I wish I was an inorganic object too, that I wouldn't have to suffer for so many deliberating headaches. Stop getting. Oh my God, that light burning. I must have had too much to drink yesterday. What happened again? The events of last night returned to my befuddled mind in drips and drabs, but my alarm clock's still trolling away as insistent as ever. It's so loud it's starting to set my teeth on edge. I guess I can't ignore it any longer. Not if I want to cling to what remains of my sanity. Alright, I'm coming. Shut up already. It's like a dog. It's like a dog barking. Shut up already, goddammit. I hold myself from my futon and seize my clock, as I have every day for the last 3 years. I turned it off, cutting short its incessant clangor, then silent relief. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna end it here. If y'all like the video, make sure to shield bash that like button and to / that subscribe button. But I did make a like I said, I will be going back to look at the different options I could possibly do. So let me go to load. Here. It's time for this. You're a total stranger. I don't know you. It's not a question of whether I like it or not. You're a total stranger. I wouldn't be doing something like this, particularly not in public. It'll bother everyone. It will if you raise your voice like that. But if you're quiet, it should be fine. Let's keep going. No, I heard what you said. I don't think you meant it. You must like me at least a little. You wouldn't be breathing so hard. Crap, I was afraid she knows that. Well, I guess it was hard for her not to, given how close my body is against hers. Is there really no way out of this? Is this girl going to railroad me into this path of degeneracy no matter what I do or say? Marina wasn't joking. You smell incredibly good. I just want to be close to you, Hiroki. And there we go. I can't tell which one was more degenerate. Side. But yeah, like I said, if y'all do want another episode, I will, like I said, 10 likes on this video, and I will, 10 likes on this video, and I will, send it straight off. I'm sorry. 10 likes on this video, and I will go on and make another episode. But like I said, if y'all do like it, if y'all do like the game, bash that like button and / that subscribe button.